December 26, 9:44 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Arma? Hey, and welcome back to Gloomy Place, Pheonix Wright. I'm happy to have you here. That's right, Manfred from Karma. He's the best prosecutor there is. And we're gonna pull Edgeworth out of this. He hasn't lost a case in his 40-year career. He is a god of prosecution, right? A god. Not a single case? He'll do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. Sounds like someone else I know, Edgeworth. You don't understand. I mean, he'll really do anything. Manfred von Karma is a man to be feared. That's quite a claim coming from someone who forges evidence. He taught me what it really means to prosecute. What? Just picture a prosecutor as vicious as me, multiplied by a factor of 10. So was he your teacher then, Mr. Edgeworth? Something like that. And now he's trying to get you found guilty? What a creep. Oh wait, maybe he's planning on losing on purpose to help you out. Oh no, not a chance. He hasn't lost once in 40 years. 40 years. He's as ruthless as me. 20 times 20. He gets worse and worse. That's pretty ruthless. Like I said, he's a god among prosecutors. I guess that's something like Mia was to me. Speaking of Mia, Maya? We could really be using Mia's help right now, don't you think? Oh, I can't. Sorry. I really tried, but I couldn't reach. Couldn't reach? I think it's because I haven't been training. My powers are weak again. And what about timing? I'm really sorry. I'll try my best. I hope so. What are you whispering about? Oh, it's nothing. Well, it's time. Let's head in. December 26, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 3. Oh, he looks practically ancient. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. von Karma, is the prosecution ready? Fool. You seriously think that I would stand here? Were I not completely prepared? Right, my apologies. He's even got the judge cleared. Very well, your opening statement, please. Decisive evidence. A decisive witness. What else could possibly be required? Nothing, of course. That should be fine. The prosecution may call its first witness. What's with this guy? Is he royalty or something? How am I supposed to fight against this? I call the detective in charge of this case. Detective Dick Gumshoe. Okay, Gumshoe's first. Let's see how this goes. Describe the incident now. Yes, sir. I think Gumshoe looks nervous. Please take a look at his map. The murder happened late Christmas Eve around midnight. There was one boat in the very middle of the lake. There were 2 men on the boat. Now, there happened to be a woman camping here on the edge of the lake. At 12:10 a.m., she heard 2 pistol shots. Then the boat started to move. It went towards the boat rental shop. We heard map edit to the court record. Testify to the court about arrest. Now. Wait, Mr. von Karma? Yes. Actually, I'm the one that's supposed to be handling these proceedings. Wrong. There is only one thing you need to do here. You will slam down your gravel and say the word guilty. That is your role. Oh, yes, of course, you're quite right. Oh, no, he's not. Yeah, right. Man called to the station, right? Wait a second. Man called into the station 30 minutes after we headed to the scene of the crime as fast as we could. That's where we found Mr. Edgeworth. Now, I didn't suspect him of anything at all, but the next morning a body was found in the lake. So we had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth. Right, that sounds weird. I see, very well. Begin your cross-examination, attorney, now. Alright. The rest of Edgeworth. A man called into the station around 30 minutes after midnight. Alright, give me that. Hit me with that. You received a call from a man? Yep. He said there was a woman camping there. She was the one who heard the 2 gunshots, right? That woman and that man who called on the report are 2 different people, obviously. Different people? There were 2 witnesses. Their testimonies were quite similar, however. Today I've summoned the woman who was camping. The woman who was camping? Lotta Hard. What happened next, detective? We headed to the scene of the crime as fast as we could. Alright. Did you know? How long was it between receiving the report and your arrival at the lake? Oh, well, I'd say it was about 3 minutes. Oh, that's quick. That's pretty fast. Our motto for a month is get there quick. Detective, you will refrain from casually revealing department secrets. Yes, sir. Sir, I'm sorry. I look forward to your next year's salary review. Guy, so much to look forward to these days. This is not the time for dejected daydreaming. Continue. Yes, sir. Oh, please, for the love of God, I'd like to do this deep voice for him, and I think it's very fitting. But if I mess that up, don't hold it against me. Lots of different people to speak here. It's where we found Mr. Edgeworth. What was Mr. Edgeworth like when you saw him then? Well, from what I saw, he looked pretty relaxed. Not like a murderer at all, really. Detective, the court requires the facts, not your opinion. How many years have you been on this force? Facts only, detective, are the cold, objective facts. Yes, sir. And he's got his share of objections. No, I didn't suspect him of anything at all, but the next morning a body was found in the lake, so we had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth. Nick, doesn't it seem like Gumshoe's being a little vague? I bet Von Karma is feeding him lines. His testimony's probably filled with landmines just waiting for me to press. What do we do? Without teeth and press, I guess. What else can we do? What's that, Nick? You're the man. Alright, this one is good, this one is good. Yeah, no, I didn't suspect him of it. Wait a second, give me a second. Why didn't you think he was suspicious? You should know. We have a deep, trusting relationship with the prosecutors. Detective, the court isn't interested in your musings. Deep, trusting, poppycock. What is poppycock? I've never heard so many flippant comments from an active detective on the force. Detective Gumshoe doesn't look so good. Continue, now. Can you find any clues in the body? A single bullet was recovered from the body. It was shot through the heart, fatally. Judge, here is the bullet. It didn't strike bone, so its shape is well preserved. Why would it be? That doesn't sound right. Either way, very well, the court accepts this bullet into evidence. Found in the victim's body, fired after from a 22 caliber pistol. So we had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth. Why is that? Well, we found a murder weapon in the boat. The murder weapon? A pistol. Detective Gumshoe. That is a vital piece of information. Please revise your testimony. Right, so sorry, Your Honor. Murder weapon was found in the boat. It's decisive evidence. Let me wait a second. So why do I not see that one? Give me that. What about pistol made it decisive evidence? Here's the thing we will laugh as. Sure. There were fingerprints on the pistol found in the boat. They were clear prints from Mr. Edgeworth's right hand. What? Order. So Mr. Edgeworth's fingerprints were found on the murder weapon? Yes, Your Honor. Judge, this is the weapon in question. Accepted into evidence. The murder weapon, 22 caliber, fired 3 times, bears prints from Edgeworth's right hand. Members of the court, we now have the pistol used in the murder and the bullet found in the body. Detective. Yes, sir. Was the bullet found in the body fired from this pistol? Yes, the ballistic marking on the bullets match the pistol. Hey Nick, what does he mean, ballistic markings? Shocking. But who imagines someone here does not know something as basic as ballistic marking? Nick, he's glaring at me. Very well, I'll explain. Actually, Judge, you do it. Me? Ballistic markings are like the fingerprints of a gun. The barrel leaves distinctive marks on each bullet and fires. You can examine these ballistic fingerprints to see which gun has fired a shot. It's quite accurate. Indeed. This leads to one inevitable conclusion. The bullet found in the victim's heart was without a doubt fired from this pistol. This pistol, which, as you may recall, was covered with the defendant's own fingerprints. Order! That's bad. This makes it look like Edgeworth did it. Well, Judge, I'd say it's almost a decisive yes. Honestly, I could declare a verdict at this point. However, you wish to hear the witness speak, no doubt. Very well, I am somewhat fatigued and so I will take a brief break. I will call my witness after the recess, which will last 10 minutes. Judge. Yes? What are you doing? A 10-minute recess? No. But wait, Just bang your flimsy gravel and get on with it, man. Yes. This court will take a 10-minute recess. Who's running this court anyway? December 26, 11:09 AM, District Court Defendant Lobby number 2. Edgeworth, what's going on here? Your fingerprints were on the murder weapon. And that foggy photo makes one thing clear. The only one who could have shot that man was the person in the photo. True. Was that you in the boat? Yes, it was me. What? But you must believe me, I didn't shoot him. Then who did? I don't know. You don't know? You're right there. I heard a gunshot from very close by. Then the other man fell from the boat. Can't say why, but I thought at the time that he had shot himself. You mean it was suicide? That's the only explanation I can come up with. Huh. How am I going to convince anyone of that? Say, Maya. Huh? What? Any progress with Mia? Oh, sorry. It's no good. I know. I'm no good for anything, am I, Nick? I can't call my sister, I might as well not be here. No, I need you here. Of course not, I need you here. I can see you're always trying to help out. Even if you don't actually help, it's the thought that counts, right? It's okay, Nick, you don't have to make me feel better. I don't know anything about trials or defense. And what's more, I'm a spirit medium who can't even contact spirits. Everyone has their days off. I mean, I've just been getting lucky lately. But you never know when my luck is going to run out. Really? Whoa, right. Don't jinx this case any more than it already is. It's bad for my heart. Oh, sorry. Oops. Court is back in session. Mr. von Karma, call your witness. Yes. Will Miss Lotta Hart take the stand? Lotta Hart, you are a research student at the university. That I am. Good. Begin by telling us what you saw the night of the incident. And don't add anything trivial or subjective. Understand? You'll need to learn some manners. Understand? Yeah, I understand. Oh, very well, your testimony, please. witness account. It was Christmas Eve, just after midnight, I reckon. I was in my car. I heard this bang come up from the lake. When I looked out the window, I saw two gents in a boat. Then there was another bang. There weren't nary thing in the lake but that boat. Nothing. Huh? Judge. She happened to take a photo of the incident. This is that photo, accepted as evidence. Well, this is a surprise. This looks like the very moment of the murder. Order. I will remove people from this courtroom if I do not have order immediately. As the witness testified, she looked at the lake when she heard a shot. There were no other boats on that lake, so the man in the boat with the victim must have been the one who shot him. Yes, it was the defendant, Miles Edgeworth. Order, order, order! I will have order. Oh well, Judge. The evidence is decisive. I have very little doubt about this case. Where will this court find the defendant? Wait, Your Honor. I haven't cross-examined the witness yet. A cross-examination. We have photographic proof. What question can there possibly be? The photo is worth 1,000 words, and I call all guilty. You lose. Or you claim to have found a contradiction in testimony. Very well, if you have to, you may cross-examine the witness. You will only flounder and ask meaningless questions. You will fail to find anything. And then I will have you held in contempt of court. Nick, contempt? Contempt of court, you know. I guess I understand. Oh well, what are you going to do? Do you really think there was a contradiction with the facts in the testimony? I think there was. I think I noticed one little thing. Wow, I'm impressed, Nick. I didn't notice anything. Right, let's take him out. Yeah, I got a bad feeling about this. I understand, I will cross-examine the witness. Very well. I pray for your sake this isn't a waste of time. Just after midnight, I reckon, right? Just after midnight, you say? In other words, it was no longer Christmas Eve, but Christmas Day. Yeah, well, yes. I know you want to find contradictions, but really. I hope your next contradiction is a little more relevant to the trial. Witness, continue your testimony. I was in my car. Why were you camping there anyway? I'm a research student at a university. I was taking pictures to use in my research. Research? All sounds suspicious. Miss Hart, could you be more specific about your research? What does the witness' motives in camping by the lake have to do with this case? The answer is nothing. I object to this line of questioning. Objection sustained. Wait, now, I'm the one who says that. Well, then say it already. Objection sustained. Thanks for nothing, Your Honor. Where does bang come from the lake? So you weren't looking at the lake at the time? Nope. I looked after I heard that noise. She said that already. I asked you to find contradictions, not leisurely chat with the witness. When I looked out the window, I saw two gents on the boat. You didn't saw them. You clearly see the two men. Just look at the picture. Clear enough for you? Uh-oh. Just further. Wait a second. I wasn't asking you about the photo. I was asking if you saw the two men. Yeah, well, of course. The witness has testified that she saw them. There's also a photo. You'd best look elsewhere for your precious contradiction. He jumped in quick. He's hiding something. And there was another bang. Were you watching the very moment the shot rang out? Well, yeah, sure. You're asking meaningless question. Meaningless! Contradictions, Mr. Wright, not meaningless babble. Von Karma, I think I hate you. Trying to keep me from talking to the witness. To what end? There was nary a thing on the lake but that boat. Are you sure about that? Yeah, sure as a country gal can be. That sounds pretty sure. Well, I do tend to agree, but let's press further like this. How come you're so sure? Well, heck, I scanned the whole lake. Scanned the whole lake? It almost sounded like she was more interested in the lake than the boat. Miss Hart, you... Mr. Wright, the witness has answered the question in full. No need for further questions. Objection sustained. That's what I'm... Sustained. Yes, of course. Oh, great. Enough. I think we've heard all we need to hear from Mr. Wright. It seems you are unable to find contradictions in the testimony, worth noting. But, Your Honor... You keep your promise. Mr. Wright, I'm afraid that I will have to penalize any further outbursts by holding you in contempt of court. And if that happens, I'll leave you'll have to leave the courtroom immediately. Understood? Nick, Lotta's testimony is really fishy. Nick, real fishy. I know what you mean, but I can't say anything. What can I do? I believe we've covered the evidence sufficiently to make a decision. Then pass your judgment. Very well, Mr. Miles Jasworth, please take the stand. Hold it. Who was that? It was me. Maya? Is something wrong? Do you need to use the facilities? No, I do not. Lotta Hart, your testimony stinks. It's unclear whether you were actually looking at the lake. It's highly doubtful that you actually saw Mr. Edgeworth. Tell us the truth. This is a matter of life and death. Lotta, do you really clearly see Mr. Edgeworth that night? Did you see him fire that pistol? You will stand down. The court does not acknowledge the defense's outburst. Answer me, Lotta. What's the big idea treating me like some kind of criminal? I saw him, I swear. I saw Edgeworth. Enough, Judge. Declare the defense in contempt of court. Yes, of course, I'm sorry, but you were warned. Court, escort Mr. Wright out of courtroom. He's in contempt of court and must leave. No. Wait. I was the one who made that outburst, Your Honor. Nick is innocent. Huh. So what's the difference? All that remains is for the guilty verdict to be declared. Isn't that right, Mr. Pheonix? Wrong. Wrong. Oh, what? Did you hear what Miss Hart just said? She said she clearly saw Mr. Edgeworth. It was not in the testimony. That changes her testimony and I have the right to cross-examine her again. Order! You're in contempt of court. It's too late for wild claims. Judge, sustain my objection. I'm sorry, Mr. von Karma, but I cannot. What? Miss Lotta Hart has made a new testimony. The defense does have a right to cross-examine her again. But he's in contempt of the court. No, I am. If you're going to arrest someone, arrest me. Very well. Maya Fey, you will leave courtroom immediately. Nick, I did what I could. You have to do the rest. Good luck. Maya. I care not for his melodrama. Listen well, Mr. Wright. I do not tolerate badgering of my witnesses. I'm running out of time. I'd better find a contradiction in here or else. Mr. Wright, begin your cross-examination. The last statement. I saw it clear as day. The man on the boat was Mr. Edgeworth. Fuck, you saw him. I can't see anything about that. Got you, Miss Hart. Finally. What? You got what? Look at this photograph. The photo I took. The very same. There's something I want you to see in this photo. It's quite clearly visible. The fog, Miss Hart. So, this picture was taken professional, high-quality film, correct? Yet even it could not capture the faces of the two men on the boat. Yet you claim as you saw Edgeworth. How? What? Mr. Wright has a point. That's why I told her not to say that in her testimony, please. Yet now she has said it, Mr. von Karma. How could you possibly see Mr. Edgeworth? Explain yourself. Miss Hart? Oh, what? Did you see the defendant that night? Of course. I said I could, and I meant I could. And please testify to the circumstances of your sighting. I did it. Suddenly found a hole in von Karma's carefully weighed testimony. Now Edgeworth was seen. Oh, we're getting to the part. You're right. It was a cold night and the fog was thick as grit. So once I was finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. When I heard that noise out in the lake, I looked with my binoculars. You see, no problem. You used binoculars? Very well. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. This one better be good. Oh, Edgeworth was seen. Alright. You're right, it was a cold night and the mist was thick as grits. Give me that. So, how could you see Mr. Edgeworth? Ah, no, I just hold your horses for a second. Yes, the Yankee types never to finish a gal where I'm from. The defense attorney have trouble with that as it is. Defense attorneys have trouble with that as it is. Nobody loves me. Did he just got... Yeah, the judge just slam dunked that one. So, once I finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. Your camera? Yeah, it's got an automatic... The issue we are concerned with here is Miss Hart's seeing Mr. Edgeworth. The camera has nothing to do with this at all. Objection sustained. It's not letting me answer any of my questions. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. Binoculars? Yeah, binoculars. Yesterday you mentioned that you were out looking for shooting stars, correct? Well, yeah. Wouldn't you need a telescope, not binoculars for that? I've got doubts about your camera too. Was that really to take pictures of meteor showers? The camera is irrelevant to this case. You can't say that for certain. Mr. Wright, is the camera really relevant to the case? If you believe it is, you may continue with this line of questioning. But know this, if you find nothing with this, there will be consequences. Well, Mr. Wright, do you wish to press further about the camera's absolute... I mean, that freaking camera, something's up about that one. This is make it or break it. The camera is of utmost importance, Your Honor. It is perhaps the key to this entire case. Therefore, I will continue my line of questioning. Oh, maybe I went a little overboard there. Very well. Miss Hart, you will testify to the court about the camera. Yeah, I hear you. The camera was set up to take a picture of the meteor shower. Miss Hart, what made you choose that lake to photograph meteors? You know the fog gets thick in that lake. It's not very suited for stargazing. Yeah, well, I see, I guess I wasn't thinking too straight. Huh. Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness because of her challenged intellect. Oh, wait a minute. Continue your testimony. You were saying how it was that you saw Edgeworth. No unnecessary no unnecessary comments, please. When I heard a noise out on the lake, I looked with my binoculars. Give me that. Is that to automatically take pictures when a loud noise faces the lake? You were photographing shooting stars. That's a lie. Says who? I saw the camera I set up yesterday. It was pointed directly at the lake. You have to point the camera upwards to take photos of the stars, Miss Hart. Right, what are you driving at? The witness was not at the lake to photograph shooting stars, Your Honor. Well then, what exactly was she photographing? Your Honor, take a look at this. What was Miss Hart trying to photograph at the lake? That thing. Miss Hart, this is what you were trying to photograph. What's this? A newspaper article? Gordy? Ah, the sighting of Gord Lake. Well, Miss Hart, I never heard of no lake monsters. You got proof or something? Let's see what proof that I was down the lake trying to photograph this Gordy. Do you have? I'm not sure. It's not useful at all. The photo that I have proof. I have it, proof. Intriguing. Well, let's see it. And no joking around this time, please. What is the proof that the witness was trying to photograph Gordy, the lake monster? Here's my proof. It's simple. If it's simple, then why have you obviously made an error, Mr. Wright? What's that? Go home. Consider a career change. Aha! How can they so casually toss aside evidence? Oops, wrong evidence. Luckily for you, I'm in a patient mood, Mr. Wright. One more time, please. What is the proof that a witness is trying to photograph Gordy at the lake? Lake monster. Isn't it in the article even? You know, I'm absolutely not sure. Because it's set to loud noise? The proof, Miss Hart, is your own camera. Your camera was set to take photos in response to loud noises, correct? Thus, this photograph here, taken when a gun fired on the lake. And here, this article about Gordy. According to this article, Gordy made a loud noise when it emerged. Well, you were trying to photograph Gordy, weren't you? That's why you had set your camera to respond to loud noises. Order, order. I see. I too thought it was a little strange. Yeah, sure. Well, Miss Hart? You were camping there to try and take the photo of Gordy, weren't you not? Yeah. Not bad, are all your lawyers that smart? So smart, boy. I was down there trying to photograph Gordy, you got me. So what? Huh? It don't change what I saw, does it? Exactly. What you just used several precious minutes of our time to prove is nothing more than that a witness is an idiot who thinks monsters exist. Hey! But as she so succinctly said, so what? Changes nothing. Not true. You were hiding the whole thing about Gordy for some reason, I know it. But what could it have been? Whatever it is, I'm getting to the bottom of this. Miss Hart, why did you hide the fact that you were searching for Gordy from the court? Please revise your testimony. Right. Fine, I'll testify. It won't change nothing, though. Something will change. It has to. And I'm going to spot it. He doesn't look amused about that one. Let us new testimony. Actually, I'm not a research student at the university. I'm an investigative photographer. Imagine what a scoop it'd be if I got a picture of that monster. That's why I was camping out by the lake. But that's all I was hiding. When I heard a bang, I looked right straight out at the lake. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched the boat the whole time. Then I saw a flash near one of the man's hands and I heard another gunshot. I was looking right at the boat and the whole time. Cross my heart and hope to fry. Well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. The witness's testimony is unchanged from before. Whether she's a research student or a photographer has no bearing on this case. There is no need to waste more of our time with another pointless cross-examination. I claim the defense's right to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Onkama's up to something, I know it. He doesn't want me to cross-examine her because... why? Was there a contradiction? Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. You seem sure of yourself, you must have something in mind. That would be your first. Very funny. You understand that this is your last chance at cross-examination, Mr. Wright? There is no problem with the testimony this time. We will let the witness leave. I will announce my verdict at a time, Mr. Wright. Understood? Yes, Your Honor. Let us new testimony. Actually, I'm not a research student at the university. Then, what manner of person are you? I'm not sure I'm a highfalutin enough to be called a manner of anything. I'm an investigative photographer. An investigative photographer. Yep. Yeah, you got your photo and sell it to the press. That's that kind of business. Hey, I was taking pictures of my sister's graduation last year. And guess what? 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 There was a UFO just hanging in the sky. UFO? You know, an unidentified flying object of UFO. That's when I had sort of a revelation. I knew I should become an investigative photographer. I see. Kind of shaky base for a career. Imagine what a scoop it'd be if I got a picture of that monster. Is Gordy really all that newsworthy? Heck yeah, I even had him up on the TV. I'm not sure about it appearing on the local news rumor of the month's second qualifiers. Last month's second was Bigfoot sighted in Akron Hill, I believe. Hey, they also had the picture of him in the newspaper, real! The right. This is one fight I do not believe you can win. Let's keep moving, shall we? Yes, Your Honor. That's why I was camping out by the lake. That's why you put automatic sensors on your camera? Yep, borrowed it from a university professor. It analyzes every sound it picks up, and when it gets a bang, it snaps a shot. Yep. So how many pictures has it taken so far? The only time the camera triggered was that night. But that's all I was hiding. I think at the time you told us why you felt you had to hide your true purpose at the lake. Heck, if a word got out of what I was up to, the lake's be swarming with competitors. Yeah, second-rate shutterbucks trying to steal my scoop. Is that the only reason you were hiding the truth? Well, actually... Mr. Wright, I will not have you asking questions with no relevance to the case. Whatever you say, Von Karma, I know you told her to keep quiet. When I heard a bang, I looked right straight out at the lake. Exactly what sort of sound was it? Well, I never heard one before, so I can't say for sure, but it sounded like a gunshot. It was a lot sharper a sound than I would have expected. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched the boat the whole time. There wasn't much else to look at? Yep. You know, she heard a bang and she thought Gertie was out there. I kind of doubt she'd waste any time looking at the boat. What? What did I do now? What are you giving me that look for? Definitely suspicious. Maybe it's time for some evidence. Witness, continue. Hold your hushy puppies, Pops, I'm getting there. Then I saw a flash near one of the men's hands and I heard another gunshot, alright. Give me that. I don't think that's right. Gotta believe that one. Miss Hart, were you really looking at that boat? What's with you? Of course I was looking at it. It was the only thing out there any normal person be looking at. I agree, any normal person would. But you are far from normal. What? You want to step over here and say that? You were camping at the lake to take a picture of Gertie. Think about it. What would you do if you heard a loud noise? You'd be scanning the lake for any sign of Gertie, that's what. You wouldn't give the boat a second thought. Order. Continue, Mr. Wright. You testified that you were watching the boat through binoculars. However, you wouldn't need binoculars to watch the boat. You needed them to search for Gertie, and that's what you were doing. Well... Well, now that you'll mention it, I did sort of take my binoculars and kind of scanned the lake a bit. I mean, Gordy might be out there either. Miss Hart, Are you saying that you were not watching the boat then? Sorry, y'all. I wasn't vibing, really. I thought I could be a witness to a murder and all. And I got kinda excited. I kinda got excited. I was sure I was watching that boat till now. This is totally uncalled for. But hey, you got the photograph, you got proof. Still, we can't see who is shooting who in this. Right. And that's why I took this photo. Witness, that's enough. You've had a long day. Shut your pie hole. Up my what? What was she going to say? She took the photo and what? Wait a second. You haven't had a photograph to prove it. And you really can't tell from the photo who is shooting. That's why she said she's going to enlarge the photo. She said it'll drop the quality it might, but should let us see who's who. She enlarged that photo. Why won't Von Karma let her show it? I've got a hunch. I bet that enlarged photo shows something bad for Karma. This is my chance. If I'm wrong, though, I'm lay in prison for that worth or worse. What should I do? Make her show the enlargement. Give me that thing. It's hard. Look at the photograph. You enlarged this photograph, didn't you not? Yeah, I did. Why has that enlargement not been presented to the court? But because it does not exist. What are you talking about? You were the one who told me not to show it to the court in the first place. You old fool. What's the meaning of this, Mr. Von Karma? Miss Hart. Show the photo to the court. Show us the enlargement. The prosecution objects to the submission of this evidence. Objection denied. The witness will show the enlargement to the court. Here it is. We still cannot see who is firing in this. It could be the defendant, or maybe it's not. Regardless, I'll accept this as evidence. Make photo added to the court record. You see what I see? You see that hand he's holding that pistol in? That's not the hand we're talking about. Happy now, Mr. Ryder? There has to be something. You asked for the enlargement, you got the enlargement. That sounds wrong. That sounds so wrong. And a little good it has done to us. Anyway. And little good it has done for any of us. That's why I requested she not show it. I suppose this means the cross-examination is over, obviously. And I would like to close the cross-examination of Miss Lotta Hart. And none too soon. It was a flagrant waste of my time. Mr. Von Karma, do you have anything to add? I stated everything I needed to when this trial began. Decisive evidence. A decisive witness. What else could possibly be required? Nothing, of course. Then I believe it is time for me to declare my verdict. Wait, it's not supposed to go like this. There has to be a clue in this photo somewhere. This is bad, really bad. What should I do? Show other evidence. Wait, Your Honor, this evidence. I believe we have spent enough time talking about evidence. Indeed. We've heard opinions on every piece of evidence but this enlargement. I see no point in retracing what just happened. This is bad, real bad. What should I do? Check to enlargement. Oh, so you mean to object anything in? That sounded wrong. Your Honor, there's something decidedly strange with this enlargement. What might that be? Mr. Ryder, you will show the court what you mean. What about this photo is strange? Okay, here goes nothing. I'll show the judge what's strange about this photo. Give me that hand. Here, Your Honor. Shooter? I'm not sure I understand. What about a shooter strange? Look at the hand hand holding the pistol, Your Honor. The hand? That hand directly contradicts another piece of evidence. This man's left hand does what? Let me show you. I'll show you the evidence that left hand contradicts. It's the murder weapon. The evidence is clear. The man in this photograph is holding that pistol in his left hand. However, The prints on the murder weapon were from Edgeware's right hand. Ergo, the man shooting the pistol in this photograph is not Mr. Edgeworth. Now that everyone in the courtroom has quieted down, I would like to reconvene this court of law. It's right. Yes, Your Honor. You have given us definitive proof today. We would now know that it was not Mr. Edgeworth who fired the pistol that night. However, this leaves us with a rather large problem. If Mr. Edgeworth didn't do it, then who shot our victim? Precisely. As we have seen, there were no other people on the lake that night. Who but the defendant could have shot the victim? Larry? The victim himself. There's only one explanation remaining. The man who shot the victim was none other than the victim himself. Order, order! So, you are saying that the victim committed suicide? Yes, Your Honor. I can think of no other explanation. Indeed, that does seem to be the only remaining option. I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright, but suicide is not out of the question. What? As an examination of the victim's wound revealed the distance at which he was shot. The distance? The victim was clearly shot from further than a meter away. A meter? That's 3 feet. There is no way it could have been suicide. Yeah, you can't do that. But more than a meter means that the other person on the boat couldn't do it as well, I guess. Order, order. Mr. Von Karma, are you sure of the accuracy of your data? Of course. I had already considered the possibility of suicide, see. Autopsy reported updated. Right, I see. You will allow me to state my opinion. Considering the situation, the shooter had to be the defendant, Mr. Edgeworth. However, the prints on the gun reveal that the shooter was not Mr. Edgeworth. This is a conundrum. Therefore, I would like to suspend proceedings for this trial for the day. The court orders the defense and the prosecution to further investigate this matter. Understood? Yes, Your Honor. That is all. The court is adjourned. Phew. Oh, we got over the worst part, I believe. And it can only get better. Believe? Maybe? December 26, 1:15 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Ew, that was a close one. Hey, don't you have anything to say? No, I yet to be declared innocent, right? Well, yeah, but what happened out there on that lake anyway? If he didn't commit suicide, then who? The shooter was about a meter away, too. What? Don't give me that look. I did not kill him. I was just kidding around. Oh, look, I'm going to go check on Maya. Oh, right. What? Tell her something for me. What? Tell her to watch what she says in court. That's all. Did it kill you to just state how you really feel with thanks, Edgeworth? I requisitioned a transcript of Lotta's entire testimony. I thought it might give me some ammunition for the trial tomorrow. Of course, she didn't see the shooter, so the only part of her testimony that stood out was the bang she heard. Lotta's deposition added to the court record. Alright. So, gonna call it day for today. Oh, I'm sorry about yesterday. I ran out of recordings and I hadn't have time to record a new episode, so there's that. Either way, I've been Gloomy. I'm happy to have you here, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.